We're bringing in trial attorney and legal analyst Misty Marris. Misty, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. What a disturbing story.
Incredibly disturbing. First of all, do we know what happens to these children?
So that's the first area of inquiry. Remember that this was in a family court, and one of the primary functions when dealing with child custody issues is protection of the children. So that's two-pronged. They're going to look out for potential physical as well as mental abuse. So now that these videos have become public, there would be a further area of inquiry on the part of child services, social services, to continue contact with the family to make sure that the children are safe. Another area that is potentially at issue is whether or not another family member comes forward now that the father is the sole caregiver and says, look, I'm not comfortable with this custody situation. We want the court to look into this. And the test that's used in that area is what's called the best interest test of the children, looking into the totality of the circumstances. So basically, there are avenues where the custody of the children could be in question, depending on what further investigation finds.
You know, and so importantly, this woman, Catherine, was a former federal prosecutor. And of course, we're seeing these videos released. In your mind, did she know what she was doing, documenting this information and publishing it for the world to see?
I absolutely think, as far as the publication of the information, that must have been intentional. A lot of what happens in the court system, especially in family court where you're dealing with minors, that happens behind closed doors because of the sensitivity of the information that is exchanged in the courtroom. So now that this is published, there's implications that go beyond that family court situation. And number one, we have the further inquiry into potential custody. Number two, we have this man's employment potentially being at issue. And number three, we have areas of inquiry for potential civil or criminal action. So all of that is opened up now that that's in the public sphere.
We really appreciate that, Misty Marris. Thank you. I actually want to take live right now because, of course, we are.